Jordan, before we look ahead to MLS Cup here, big win over LAFC. A lot of media people in the national audience saw it as an upset. You guys get the 3-1 win. Just your thoughts on that game and what that led to advancing the MLS Cup.
Yeah, I mean, they're a great team and a team that obviously was so successful throughout the year and have really dangerous players. And I thought what I was most proud of was kind of our defensive performance. Obviously, the goals were great, but just our collective defensive performance. Everyone, you see Raúl tracking back, double teaming their wingers when they're getting the ball, making it difficult for them. I was proud of that because they have a really dangerous team. So to shut them down and then to have the mentality to come back from 1-0 down as well was really important. So I was really proud of that.
Since you got here, do you feel like that was the most complete performance that you guys have had on both sides of the field?
Yeah, I think one of them. We did what we had to do. Obviously, maybe they had some more possession and we were pinned back at times, but we did what we had to do to get the win. And yeah, defensively, that's one of the best performances I think we've had in a long time. So.
MLS Cup now, you guys are officially sold out at over 69,000 people in that building. As a guy from Mercer Island who's going to be walking out to that crowd, what's that going to feel like here next Sunday?
Yeah, it's going to be amazing. I think this is what we all want. You play the season, obviously the regular season, to win a supporter shield, but to get a good seed to try and have home playoff games and then to eventually host an MLS Cup. And we needed some help, but to have that kind of on the horizon is something that's super exciting. And growing up here, knowing how passionate the fans are and how great they are on every game we have at home is amazing. But I think this one obviously is going to be extra special, and having it be sold out is going to be amazing. So we're all so excited.
You're still about 8 days away here from MLS Cup, but in terms of looking at Toronto, you guys played them back in April. What do you guys remember from that? What do you think you can exploit on their team coming up next Sunday?
Yeah, I mean, again, really good team. Same 3 finals in the last 4 years, and obviously a team we're used to playing in the final, but it's going to be different this time. And they're a dangerous team. Obviously, has some really good attacking players and are organized defensively. Have 2 road wins in the playoffs, so they know how to play on the road as well. And so we're just going to have to be ready for that, and I think try and get on top of them early.
With the change in the playoff, single elimination, do you notice any mentally or physically differences from the 2016 experience?
Yeah, I think it's a lot quicker. It goes a lot faster. The games are maybe a little bit more exciting because it is just one game and you're done. So there's no real, maybe in a game where you're playing on the road, or either way, and just it could have been a different kind of tactics going into a game because you maybe just try to
like the LAFC maybe would have been a different tactic.
Potentially, just if there was another game on the horizon, to play at home, you kind of treat it a little bit differently. But if it's a win or go home, you gotta go out and try and win the game. So I think. It's a little bit different in that sense.
Garth mentioned the statistics, kind of looking at you guys and how they track everything and that jumping up. Were you surprised at all at the numbers that you the exertion that you might have expected?
The physical numbers, he said.
Yeah.
Not surprised. I think that's kind of what we needed to do to win the game, and that was our mentality. Was we were going to go down and work hard and give everything we could to try to win. I think everyone did that. You looked around; it was just an absolute complete performance. So,
I imagine you were watching Toronto, Atlanta. What's going through your mind when you see De Leon score that, and then you see them see out the game, and you realize that you're actually going to be hosting this?
Yeah, I think we were all Toronto fans that night, and had some guys over to watch the game, and we were all really excited, just knowing what that meant. For this club, for this city, we have an opportunity to do something really special now, and we're all we're excited that we're having it at home, of course.
I'm sorry if you answer this already. Hi, Jen. What does it mean to you, growing up here and just being a part of soccer in Seattle and being a sellout and the week that you're going into, it's got to be a pretty awesome
feeling.
Amazing.
I think we're all really excited about it, and growing up here, something I've always dreamed of. I think a lot of people here have dreamed of having an MLS Cup here, and I think we were close in 2016. If Montreal had won, we would have hosted, and now to have this, it's really exciting, and I think you feel the buzz already that's going around the city. So yeah, it's going to be an amazing experience.
I was told that after the matches that you meet with kids who have the similar
Diabetes. Type 1
Well,
yeah. Oh, disease, yes.
Is,
Yeah,
is that
disease,
the right
yeah,
term? Okay.
yeah.
But what's like the biggest question that they ask you, or kind of what's that moment like for you after games?
Yeah, it's super special. I think something that I started when I started this foundation, and it's just amazing for me. It gives me, something else to play for. Almost playing for a little bit of a bigger purpose there to try to inspire these kids, and yeah, they just the questions differ, but a lot of them are how do you manage your blood sugar during games and stuff like that, and I just try to give them tips and hopefully just be an inspiration to them to keep pushing for whatever they want to do.
How do you manage? I know you've written some things about it, but how do you manage, especially through this playoff format?
Yeah, I don't do anything different. I have a routine that I have going into games of what I want my blood sugar to be at and the foods I eat and all that kind of stuff. So I've got into a routine of kind of how to manage it over the years, and yeah, just kind of stick to that.
When were you best? Like when did you really lock in and okay, now I know how to do this?
I've had it since I was 9, so have had a lot of practice, and it is a trial and error kind of thing. I think the last couple of years have been really good. I think the jump from college to the professional level was difficult in some ways because the adrenaline level of playing affects it a little bit, and so I had to figure out how to manage that. But I think coming back this year has been a big one where I've felt really good, and I don't feel it affecting me, and so yeah, it's been affected me as much, so it's been really good.
Jordan, since you started playing for the Sounders, how important has the community involvement piece been for you as a guy who's a hometown guy?
Yeah, really important. I mean, I love this city, and the outreach that this club does in a lot of ways is really special. I think Adrian does a really good job with that, and the Ray Foundation and all that stuff, and then just me trying to get out, like, a lot of my work is with type 1 diabetics, but in any way I can to get out and help the community is special, and I think this club does a really good job promoting that.
I think like a month ago you had a post on Instagram, you were with Russell Wilson at Children's. How did you get involved with that, and how was that special to you as well?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, me and Steph went over there, and that was just through our community department, and we have some amazing people in that department that help set this stuff up and have really big hearts and want to help kids, and it's amazing to use sports as a platform to do that. I think that's one of the coolest parts of being a professional athlete.
It seems like you and Nico have really complementary skill sets. Like, he likes to make those passes, you like to run. Do you ever still just like marvel at his ability to put the ball right on you wherever you're running, and what's it been like kind of playing with him and establishing that?
Yeah. For a player like myself, I love playing with him. I think everyone's lucky, obviously, to have him on the team, but I've definitely benefited from having him around because I like to make those runs, and like you said, he just puts it on your foot. He makes it easy for you. So we're lucky to have him. He's an amazing player, but on top of that, he works really, really hard, and you see he's never stopping. He's a leader out there. Both of his work rate and inspiring guys, but yeah, his passing ability is amazing, and for me, I think especially it's been really helpful.
As a fellow goal scorer, how much would you say you've learned from playing with Raúl? Do you pick his brain a lot or watch a lot of it?
Yeah, no, not too much. It's just we don't talk a ton about it, but watching his ability, I mean, finishing inside the box is some of the best I've ever seen. He's just so clinical when he gets his chance, and you saw those with his 2 goals. They're not easy finishes, and he makes them look easy, and yeah, he's just trying to. Obviously, I'm playing out wide now, so it's a little bit different, but definitely an area where I want to keep getting better. And I felt like I've improved on is kind of finishing inside the box, and watching him, it's a great example. So,
did you have any have to get adjusted to each other, you and Raúl, or maybe even get adjusted to somebody else scoring type of thing?
No, I mean, I'm all about the team and whatever I don't. If we win, that's what matters, but yeah, I think a little bit. It was my first time playing with him. Obviously, he came halfway through last year when I was injured, so this year was my first time playing with him. So learning his movements a little bit and where he likes to make runs. Obviously, getting down the line, trying to find him is my main focus because he'll put the ball in the back of the net. So for me, yeah, just learning his movements a little bit has been at the start of the year was a little bit of a process, but I think that we're all gelling really well right now, and it's exciting.
Talking a little bit about the off the field, you obviously have the experience of 2016 MLS Cup. How's this going to differ, kind of the distractions, the media stuff, being that you guys are hosting here in Seattle?
Yeah, I think it's exciting. I mean, it's almost easier. You get to go home after training. You're not going to a hotel, and you get to be around your family and friends. And I just think that's part of the deal. You deal with that. You do you do all the media stuff, and it makes it more exciting. That you feel the real buzz around the game, and it's going to be. We're all just so excited. We're excited, I think, to have a week or so to rest and recover, and a little more than a week and get ready. But then when it's game time, we're all going to be really excited. So
You might have some family of 4 in the 300 section, Rosie, and this is going to be their first experience with Sounders soccer. Do you see it as just only a good thing that can grow your fandom and people that follow and really go into a game and say, whoa, this is pretty awesome?
Yeah, I think if it's someone's first game, it's going to be an electric atmosphere, and what better game to go to than a final. I mean, both teams are going to be going all out. It's going to be, like I said, the fans. We have the best fans in the league, and to have a sellout is just going to be amazing. So I think people are going to fall in love with the game and the team and the sport if they haven't already here in Seattle, and it's just going to be great for the city. So.